But when she did the cinnamon challenge, I was crying, laughing, bro. And it was when everybody did it. It was just fun to watch people suffer for something so
Have
stupid. Like,
somebody with those bright new white lights behind you, and it just takes out your whole vision. It's like brights, but they're not brights. They're just regular lights, but it just blinds you. So now they're tailgating you,
man,
so that makes it
they
even.
kind of disrespected Bam a little bit. At the end of the day, when you're in the league, you're still going against professionals.
At some
So
point, they said something like they're hoping people will donate money to pay the TSA workers, and I'm like, what?
You are now watching the Westmoreland Bros Podcast.
Welcome back to the Westmoreland Brothers Podcast, man. This is episode 77. I think.
yes, sir.
There we go.
It's hard.
And I'm right. And we're here with another day. But specifically, I don't even want to ask how Kennedy is. I want to see what Kennedy's opinion on this is, because I didn't talk to Kennedy about this much. But recently, Kobe Bryant's record for second place in the NBA was surpassed by someone that nobody predicted ever in the history of life, by Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points, and it's very controversial. Some people are saying it's unethical. Some people are saying we should be happy 83 is 83. But I want to know, Kennedy, how do you feel? As quote-unquote Kobe Bryant being your favorite player, is this something that upsets you? Or is it you don't care? Or is it impressive? How do you feel about this? Unfiltered.
Unethical. It's hilarious. How is it unethical to get 83 points? That's so funny. As far as it go, when I think about this, bro, people gonna be like, man, who scored the most points ever? And I can hear Flight already. He gonna be like, you had Wilt Chamberlain in first, you had Kobe in third, and the rest are nobodies. Because that's what it is at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't watched the game besides, like, once I saw it was the fourth and he had 61, I believe, 64 maybe it was or something. I'm like, dang, he could do something with this for real. So I started watching like mid fourth, but at that point, his team did everything they was supposed to get him the points. They was fouling, they was like calling timeout, throwing him the ball. They was doing everything they should have, but I mean, yeah, he got the points. It is what it is. I don't feel no type of way about it. I feel good that he has that as an accomplishment. I don't think he'll ever get a ring, at least with the team he on now. I don't see. If anything, this may have helped him go to a better team in order to get a chip, but also it might not have, because everybody like, okay, yes, you dropped 84. We still gotta look at the player. It's still Bam, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not crapping on him because he's in the NBA, and I'm not, for all you haters out there, like, oh, he's in the NBA. For sure. He's a different type of elite basketball player. Once again, though, when you're elite amongst the elite of elite, it really don't matter. So that's just how I'm looking at it. He had a really good game. Even though commentators brought out he wasn't even at 50%, he was at like 47, which is still fine, whatever. But I don't feel no type of way about it. I mean, Kobe's still better than him. Wilt's still better than him. They both always gonna be better than him. They ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I think LeBron fans might be a little upset because he got more points than LeBron did in a Heat jersey, or than Dwayne Wade fans might be upset he got more points than Dwayne Wade did in this amount of time. Like, if anything, but I, as a Kobe fan, I don't think we care, bro. We done seen Kobe go crazy on multiple nights. Like, you could look up, Kobe got multiple 50-point games, multiple probably 60-point. He ended his career, I think, scoring. Didn't he have like 61 that game or something like that? Like, he went crazy on his last. So it's like, bro, Kobe did it when he came to the league, in the middle of the league. He did it on his last game of the league, in the league. So it's like, I'm glad Bam had a good night, but it ain't nothing for me. It ain't nothing else to talk about besides that. You had a good night. Like, that's it, bro. And that's good. That's not it. That's good, but it don't.
People were saying it was unethical because basically he was playing ethical, quote unquote, until about 70 points. And then it was like, okay, they're missing shots on purpose to get on the ball. They're fouling and they're up 30 points. You know, it was that's why they were saying it's unethical. So him scoring 83, do you think that's going to like have him get him a retired jersey with the Heat? Do you think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame? How do you feel about his probabilities with that? Does that increase?
Hall of Fame. Does it increase? No. I feel like I could Google somebody right now who had a 50 or 60 point game, and I don't even know his name right now. Like, it's not. People could drop points like it's. I don't like what you.
So you're pretty disgusted by that.
I mean, I could see the unethical part as far as how you described it with him at the end of the game. I could see that. I mean, I wouldn't call it unethical at the end of the day. I could see why people do though, because when you look back to when Kobe dropped all his points, he wasn't worried about doing that at the end. He was just hooping, like, to the last second. With Bam's though, that's what I said to bring out the point at the end of the game. They did start doing everything in their power to get him those points, but they wanted him to beat Kobe, like, on purpose. So it was what it was. Like, they set out for a goal and they did it. I can't be mad that another man hit his goal. I'm not gonna say that's how I would have hit the goal of doing that for sure. But at the end of the day, if I'm playing basketball and I already beat this team, because they wouldn't have lost anyway. If Bam would have went on in the beginning of the fourth, I think they still would have won the game. They were up by that much. So he didn't have to play at all in the fourth. But once again, him, the coach, Eric Eric, that we all talk about and love, who's a goat of a coach, he still was the one to make the call to be like, yeah, I'm not going to take you out. You go do what you do. And he hugged him at the end of the game. He was more than happy. So maybe it'll get him a retired Heat jersey, but probably not that. If they did that, that'd be crazy on a lot of ends for that one game. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I could care less either way. I do feel like it was low-key undercovered, if that makes sense. Like, people didn't talk about it as much. Like, for example, if Stephen Curry did that, or LeBron did that, or Wemby, I think they would still be talking about it, like, to this day. Because right now, it's Sunday the 15th. I feel like nobody's really mentioning it. But if it was one of those, like, legendary players, right, I feel like they'll still be talking about it. So I feel like he's getting... it's not as appreciated. That's the way to say it. But at the same time, I do... I don't know. I feel like other people had opportunities to be at this spot. Like Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was on fire that one game where he had like 60 and 3/4, something like that. He was playing monstrous. And the fact that he wasn't even dribbling like that, it was like 60 on 3 dribbles, was just crazy. So I feel like there's been other players in the past who have had chances to get up there in the 80s, maybe even 90s. Who knows? We will never know. And they just didn't. But I don't think there's really any ethical way to get 100. Like, at some point, your team's going to be force feeding you the ball, and you're going to be chucking up shots, and that's just going to be what it is. But I mean, good for him. He's second all time. Some people are saying he's first all time because we didn't see Wilt's game. But some people are saying because Bam Adebayo dropped 83, we know Wilt actually dropped 100. So there's that.
That's so crazy. Let me make sure this on load. Yeah, this on load. They kind of disrespected Bam a little bit. At the end of the day, when you're in the league, you're still going against professionals. So dropping that amount of points is impressive. And also, like I said, I heard the one commentator bring out his percentage, and I feel like that was even doing a lot. Because I feel like you're just reaching out to, like, make something bad out of nothing that's bad. So that's right. Commentating, though. Commentators, they always going to do it. But I also agree, if Curry dropped that much, I would probably still be hearing about it. I would probably still be talking about it. So I hope all the Bam Adebayo fans out there are talking about it. I hope y'all gassing him up right now. I hope y'all riding that wave. And I hope he continues. Let's not just have one game like that. Let's see if we can make this your career now. Not every game, obviously, but let's see you. Since you could clearly drop 83 points, maybe you should be averaging at like 30 with 10 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I can't hear you at all.
No, I'm muted. I was just seeing what his points per game were. It says 16.1, but maybe he could turn a new leaf and average 40. Who knows?
It says 16.1 right now.
It said I said what is his career? So I guess that's what his career is. He's averaging 16 points a game, and then he dropped 83.
No, look up what he's averaging this year.
He's averaging literally 20 points per game.
So literally, before he dropped 83, that means he was not averaging 20 points a game. Literally, that's what that means. That 83 helped him, and I can't even know how much right now. So yeah, he's not doing good. He's not doing good. That's why we said he had a good game. You need to be averaging 30 points a game with at least 10 to 15 rebounds and at least you're a big man, so you should be averaging like 10 assists too, bro. You should be a triple double. I'm not 30-point triple double after that 80-point game. We'll see how the rest of the season closes up. That's what I'm gonna say though.
He's at 29-2 for his points, rebounds, assists.
He got 2 assists a game.
2.9.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, man, that rubs me the wrong way. I don't like somebody to just show up one night and do stuff. I want you to show up every night and produce a good amount of quality points. And some people don't like things as well. We call that pet peeves. So right now we're gonna dive in to the top 5 pet peeves when people are driving. That's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is, this time though, I'm gonna read a pet peeve out loud to you, Z, and you're gonna tell me where you think America ranked that. After you're done, I'm gonna give you the correct ranking, and we'll see how you do.
Okay.
All right. The first one we got is drivers not using their signal. This is among the top 5 pet peeves, but you have to tell us where you think it falls, Zachariah.
I think that is a lower tier pet peeve. It is a pet peeve, but it's not as bad. There's worse pet peeves, but it is annoying, especially when I'm like waiting at, like today I was waiting, a car's coming at me, and they end up turning right, and they put their blinker on like last second as they're turning. I'm just like, I could have went already, and it's so. And what makes it more frustrating is when you are in a rush. When I'm taking my time, chilling, like maybe I'm on my phone or like whatever. It's like it may not faze me, but when I'm in a rush, every second matters, and you do things like that, bro, it irritates me so bad. And every time I'm in a rush, it starts off like that. And then I hit every red light. So yeah, that I can see that being I can see why that's top 5, but I don't think it's gonna be that high. I'm gonna say 4.
Number 4 we got. All right. The next one we got on the list. Where does this rank among the top 5? Texting while driving.
I can see how that can be bad. You got people stalling at red lights because it's like, all right, green lights because it's like, bro, you're still texting, the light switched. Swerving into other lanes, I can see that, but so many people text and drive. If you ever drive and just look to your left or right, like you're gonna see them looking down at their phone. And that was kind of uncommon thing, I would say, when I first started driving probably 10 years ago. Now it's extremely common, bro. It is extremely common. So I don't know. Do people really get mad about that?
It's even more common now because it's like the middle-aged people and old people used to be like, hey, don't text and drive, kids. But now when you driving, like you said, you look and it's them doing it too, bro. Middle-aged, older, and it's like, dog, if you are texting and driving, you best believe everybody under you is probably doing it. So it's the people who used to say don't do it that are doing it now.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna put it at number 5. I'm kind of surprised this made it. So this must be a driving pet peeve thing, not just. I thought you meant anything pet peeve.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I brought up pet peeves, but I said we're gonna work on the top 5 driving ones. So you rank that as number 5. After explaining why. Yeah, after explaining. So the next one we got on the list is tailgating. How do you feel when someone's tailgating you? Is that 1, 2, or 3 for you?
I'm trying to think of what could be on this list, and it's probably something obvious that I'm missing. But I think that might have to be like number 1. That might have to be tailgating someone irritates everybody because it's like, bro, you're giving me no space. If I break, there's a high chance you hit me. Now that's gonna piss me off. On top of that, tailgating is the worst when you're driving at night and you have somebody with those bright new white lights behind you and it just takes out your whole vision. It's like brights, but they're not brights. They're just regular lights, but it just blinds you. So now they're tailgating, so that makes it even worse. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm gonna say that has to be number 1 because I don't see people getting fights about that. I don't really see people getting fights about a turn signal or texting and driving. It's usually tailgating type of stuff that leads to like the bigger issues.
I agree, my friend. So we got that as number one. Yeah, it's crazy you bring out the light situation with cars because I seen somebody post. They're like, can we please get rid of these new lights on cars and go back to the dim
Horrible.
lights that was like yellow or orange?
Yellow.
He was like,
Hmm.
even outside for the streets, because he's like, bro, I can't see nothing. He was like, I'm driving and I'm blind the whole time because these new lights, and they're horrible. I don't know.
Horrible.
For street lights, I feel like we could definitely have the LED because they're high up where they don't blind you, and I feel like they light up better. But as
Right.
far as cars and vehicles, I do think we need to go back to the orange light
Yeah.
because it lit up what you needed to see, but it was dim enough for the car for you not to blind people. Because I dead
Yeah.
would think people have their brights on and they don't, and
They
I'm
don't.
flashing them because I'm pissed off. Like, bro, I want to crash into you on purpose now, but I don't want to because I'm going to die and be physically affected by it. But if I could, I really wish I would because, dude, your lights right now are horrible.
Horrible.
So that's why Z put it at number one, man. Comment down below if you thought that was number one as well. The next one we got.
I agree. We should go back, but like you said, it lights up the whole. Like when you're driving, you can see everything with those lights, but it's so blinding. But anyway, back to what you were saying.
No, the next one goes into literally lights. It's overusing high beams.
That could be annoying, but how often does that really happen? Like, I don't know. There's been a few times I caught myself where it's like my beams were on, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I feel bad immediately. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think that even happens that much. I'm gonna put that at number 3.
All right, that's number 3. Maybe he would have put it lower if it came out sooner. The next and last one we got is number. Well, I can't say what number. It's just the last one. It's driving slow in the passing lane.
That could be irritating. I don't mind my list right now. I don't mind my list. I forgot the exact order of everything, but I think that's definitely number 2. I mean, it has to be number 2, but that's definitely up there, man. When you're driving slow in the fast lane, that's another one where it's like, I'll feel bad about that. And I'm cool being on, like, I'm cool with cruising. Like, I'm in no rush most of the time where I'll be in the slow lane. But when you need to go fast and the fast lane's being blocked, that is not good, man. It's not good. You're gonna see cars pass you. They're gonna be giving you mean looks, and that's when they might go in front of you and then like put the brakes on. You don't want that problem, man. You do not want that problem. So if you're in the fast lane going slow, man, just find something else. And I'm not that kind of guy. Like there are times where I will get irritated on the road, but I'm not gonna confront you about it, man. I'm moving on my day. I'm gonna drive around you and keep pushing. But not everyone's like that, and they will cause a scene for sure. So yeah, I can see how that could be irritating. That's up there for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got everything locked in. And let me tell you, Z could not have been farther from the truth of these. Let me tell you, he's going to be shocked.
It's going to be something stupid.
So number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is what Z put at number 4. Not using a turn signal is actually number 1 for Americans amongst this vote. 44% said that's the worst thing that can happen to me. And it's a pet peeve I can't stand.
Really?
44%, man.
Wow.
All them angry drivers you see out there having road rage, they make up for less, bro. The majority of us do not pick violence. So 44% is for the turn signal, number 1. Wow. Number 2 is what Zach actually had it dead last, ladies and gentlemen. He had texting while driving 5th. That is number 2. Yes, it is happening more and more often, but let me tell you, people are still pissed about it. Even if they do it themselves, they still don't like when you do it because it's you, it's not them. Texting and driving is number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3 on our list was actually the one that Z had I can't say it like that, actually. I was going to say Z had number 1st. That Z had number 1 was tailgating. That is number 3, ladies and gentlemen. That is at a 42%. Very, very close to number 1, but 2% behind.
Y'all better than me.
They better than you, man. They said we got a little more patience. We ain't never had that driver try to get out and fight him. That's what they saying, Z. Number 4. Z wasn't too far off from this one. He put this as number 3, but it's actually number 4, which is the overusing of high beams. That's number 4. Americans said we don't like tailgating worse than that. So
that makes sense.
At number 5, which Zach is probably going to be most shocked about because he was so adamant this had to be high and top priority on the list. He had it at number 2. But driving slowly in the passing lane is number 5. Americans can live with that. They'll just pass you quick. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about all that. You go as slow as you need to. As long as you're not tailgating them, texting, or not using that turn signal, they're fine with it. They're fine with it.
Well, this is eye opening. That's surprising. I'm not gonna lie, especially when you're doing a long road trip and it gets down to the point where it's 2 lanes. And you telling me if someone's slow in that lane, you'll be fine with that? That doesn't make sense to me, bro. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not on the same page as America.
That's another good point, Z. That's another good point Z made. To the people, to the construction highway county highway committee, let's make this a new rule and goal that we can establish. And I don't care how much construction it takes, because anytime construction happens, at least in freaking Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it takes 20 years to get done anyway. So can we please stop making 2-lane highways? Like, it should never be an option for 2-lane highways. As long as a semi truck can drive on that highway, there should not be 2 lanes, bro. Because if that semi gets in the other lane, the fast lane, bro, we slowed up for like 20 minutes now in both lanes for no reason. Whereas if it was the 3rd lane, that semi could be in the middle lane and do whatever it want to do. We need to stop making 2-lane highways, county highways, whatever, bro. Stop making them. It should not be a thing. It should not. Always minimum, bare minimum for driving over 55 miles an hour should be 3 lanes, bro. None less. I'm not even lying. Like, that's horrible. That's horrible.
I think that's a fair point, and the first thought that comes to people's mind is who would pay for that. But it's like, dude, we pay so much.
Taxpayer dollars.
We pay so much in taxes. You telling me there's 300 million people in America, something like that? We all paying thousands of dollars, bro, a year, and they don't have enough to like build better roads or wider roads. That's crazy to me, man. It doesn't make sense. It makes you wonder, like,
and you
where's
gotta
the
remember
money?
Too. You gotta remember too, above our taxes, bro. In certain states, when you cross over, you have to pay money, or they take it off electronically if you have that device. All that's supposed to be going. Yes, tolls are supposed to be going toward highways and stuff to keep up. That's literally what they're supposed to be going towards, dog. Like, and that's you think about even between Wisconsin and Chicago, how many people cross over every single day. That state alone, and it's not Chicago's not the state, I know, but we say that when you're from the Midwest, you say Chicago. We don't care about Illinois. So the state of Illinois, we going with Chicago. Chicago makes so much money off those freaking tolls alone. Like, they got them in Wisconsin, from Wisconsin to Indiana, bro. Like, yeah, it's craziness, bro. And when you go into Ohio, I think you end up taking the highway to Ohio way. You gotta pay that way. You gotta pay every single way when you on the highway in Illinois. Every single which way you go, you paying, bro.
You ain't lying. America has to only be using the money for wars, because I seen some report talking about they can't pay the TSA workers or whatever. Like, that's why, I don't know if you've seen the videos of the lines are going into like the parking garages. Like, it's so bad. And they said at some point, they said something like, they're hoping people will donate money to pay the TSA workers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, how much do I alone pay in taxes, let alone the 1 million people that live around me, let alone the hundreds of million in the US? Like, and you need us to donate more to pay these people? Like, to make sure we have safe flights? Like,
it's crazy.
What?
It's crazy. People are like, donate money, even though we print the money off. We still want you to donate the little bit of money you have. And this is a fact. Anybody watching can front whatever's in their bank account. You can do whatever you want. You can lie, but it's a fact. The government does polls and stuff, and they look at people's bank accounts. They know what the average American has in their account, and the average American is living check to check a lot of the times. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't got money to be donating for fun anyway, even if in our kind, willing hearts we want to. It's like, if I donate this $50, I'm $20 short on my phone bill now. What they gonna do? I'm gonna tell them I donated, and they gonna be like, well, we're gonna go ahead and cut your line off this month, but if you're not donating next month, you pay us. Like, they don't care. So it's just, all that, yeah. It's just
The-
taxpayer dollars, like I said. Who knows?
One of the top comments says is that America is a third world country wrapped in a Gucci belt, and I can see that, man. I can see that because ain't no way. Anyway.
Mean, yeah, it's pretty yeah.
Anyway, I have a throwback for you. As we lived, there have been many trends going on, trends we've participated in. Some trends we've watched from the sidelines because we know better, so to speak. So, what trend did you enjoy more? The ice bucket challenge or the mannequin challenge?
The mannequin challenge? Is that when we all stood still in the video and they rolled? The mannequin, because everybody could do the ice bucket challenge. Actually, I know they can't. I was gonna say everybody could do it good, but some people barely had any ice and water and did it, and it just made you upset. So the mannequin challenge, though, because it took more skill. Like, you had to be still. If one person moved, it messed up the whole video. Like, I could be watching the video and I'm like, oh, they killing it. Then I see somebody blink and I'm like, nah, they messed it up. It don't matter how good you do now. You messed it up. You shouldn't have blinked.
Good point.
So the mannequin challenge was cool. That was one of the challenges I got involved in as well. And it was just fun. Like, it was cool.
Yep, the mannequin challenge, and you did the ice bucket challenge where you sat in the middle of the street in the middle of the night with our cousins, and they poured water on you, and you made a good little clip. I don't even know if you posted it anywhere. I can't remember. You probably put it on Instagram, but you done deleted all your Instagram photos over and back like a woman, so I have no idea. But at one point, it was up.
Yeah, I put it up there. I don't even have Instagram right now. I don't know if that's like a woman too. I don't know what you meant by that. I didn't know we were bringing that type of conversation in here. That's pretty wild. But correct, I did post it. I actually did a good challenge of it. There was a huge. It dang near might have been an empty trash can that was cleaned out. Hopefully, and they poured it on me. It was a lot. It was a lot of water. It was a lot of ice, and I sat there the whole time. I ran like crazy. As soon as it was done, it's like I ran like man, Road Runner. I can't. Yeah, I just say Road Runner.
Mimi. All right, next. What challenge did you enjoy more? The silly bands bracelets, where everyone had those stupid bands on their wrist, and when you took it off, it formed into like an animal or something. Or the cinnamon challenge, where you put a tablespoon of cinnamon on a spoon and then you swallow it.
I liked. Personally, for me, the silly band one more for my personal self because women love that stupid stuff. So it's like they was always by me. They was touching my arm all day, touching my wrist and hand. They want to take it off. They want to put it on. I'm like, do what y'all gotta do, baby. Like, so I was having fun in school with the silly bands. We was getting silly willy with them. But as far as the cinnamon challenge,
he's getting silly
I like watching
willy
that
with
one way
them.
more.
Oh, I can't wait to see certain people's comments.
I like watching the cinnamon challenge way more. Is this black lady, big hair. She always did every challenge and she was overreactive. She overly did it, but when she did the cinnamon challenge, I was crying, laughing, bro. And it was when everybody did it. It was just fun to watch people suffer for something so stupid. Like, they're like, oh yeah, just a spoonful, then be like, and you knew when people actually did it because of how they reacted. Some people did it like where it's like, nah, you didn't swallow, pause. You had it in your mouth and it just caught you off guard. But some people who actually like threw it back, bro, you just saw the reaction. It was hilarious. So I like watching that better, but I like participating in the silly bands more for sure. I never did the cinnamon challenge. I wasn't stupid enough, shockingly. I never will do it. I tried to have one of my little cousins do it the other day. I didn't know if she had saw the challenge ever, so I'm like, hey, you want to take this cinnamon and just put it in your mouth? It's funny what happens. And she saw the video, so it didn't work.
Yeah, I agree that the black lady is the first person I think of too, and she didn't do a freaking tablespoon. She did a freaking like cooking spoon. She put it up and she was like tapping it back.
And she's like, how much to do?
Right? And I just remember her mouth was full, and she was like, and it started squirting everywhere. That's one of like the best OG clips of the internet, bro. Oh my god. And she tried on like an extreme level, like you said, where it's just way too much. And I heard of people, I don't know if people really died from that. I heard people allegedly did, But I mean, if she survived it, then I think people were fine because she went crazy.
Well, that's where people get dumb, bro. It'd be somebody with the worst asthma in the world, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let me do a challenge. It's gonna affect my respiratory system, and I'm gonna be okay." And then they die. Like, yeah, I mean, sorry, you already struggle breathing, and then you put all this cinnamon powder in your lungs. Like, I don't really think you thought it through, big dog. Like, I don't think you thought it through. So yeah, people apparently die from it, but I don't know. I don't know who. I couldn't tell you no facts about it or no numbers, but that's what every challenge out there. Let me say that crystal clear. Any TikTok challenge, any Instagram challenge, any social media challenge you see anywhere, especially if you a kid, because you just be dumb as a kid. And I'm talking about if you 15 and younger, you just stupid, no cap. You before 18, you stupid too, but you know, okay, this might kill me. 15 and younger, really 13 and younger, bro. Think about the challenges that y'all do and partake in, because it has been, especially when you are like adolescent, like preteen and younger, you can get caught up in some trends that are crazy. And people have legit died where their kids, they're like, dang, my kid did this challenge, I had no idea about it, and he's gone or she's gone. So be careful out there with the social media, you know what I'm saying? Definitely have fun with your life. You're a kid, you need to explore, you know, learn lessons. But if you think it could possibly affect literally the well-being of your health to the point of death, just think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to ask your parent, go ask somebody else who's older in your life that you still trust, that you know is not going to send you up. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, nah, don't do that challenge. It's probably not going to work out the best. Do that one. It's stupid. But be safe out there is the point, because people have died from stuff far beyond the cinnamon challenge. So stay safe out there. But that was a good one. That was hilarious times.
Like the Tide Pod challenge where they're going around in stores eating a goddamn Tide Pod. Anyway, what trend did you enjoy more? Temple Run or Flappy Birds?
Oh man. Which one did I enjoy more? I'd probably say Flappy Birds, because it was in and out quicker. I feel like I could go on my phone and download Temple Run right now and play it. Whereas Flappy Bird, the legit Flappy Bird was not around no more. They stopped making it. You could get an off-brand of it, but it wasn't the same. You can get this game of it. You can get a Snapchat game of it. It wasn't the same as Flappy Birds. So I'd say Flappy Birds definitely went crazy. And just because it was such a simple game that you'll get mad when you lose. Or it's really because the screen didn't recognize you tapped, or it just recognized too early or late, and then it messed you up itself. So yeah, Flappy Bird was fun. I feel like everybody and their mom knew about that, kind of like Candy Crush. Temple Run was definitely cool, but I don't think it had the same effect. I feel like a better one, and that was a good one, but I feel like a harder one for me in terms of like a Temple Run game would have been like Subway Surfer. If you would have put that up there, those two kind of would have went more like, that's tougher. I don't know, because I feel like I would play Subway Surfer before Temple Run, but Temple Run was still cool though.
I feel like Subway Surfer is like a knockoff Temple Run. I feel like Temple Run came first. I could be wrong though. I'll have to fact check that. But based on my memory, Subway Surfer was like the second Temple Run. But yeah, Flappy Birds went crazy. I think the creator, he deleted it because he was getting like insane amount of death threats, which I can only imagine what that would do to especially a normal person. You go from normal to thousands of death threats overnight. That's kind of crazy. But I think the Flappy Bird dude was making like 55,000 a day, like at his peak. And just think about that, like you're making 100,000 in 2 days. Like it's just, the money's just crazy. And that was bad. I don't know. I think mobile apps were a little more popular back then because we didn't have as much. Now we have so many options. I don't know if they're making that kind of money, but I don't know, man. Back then, Flappy Birds went crazy.
Too many options.
Flappy Birds. Yeah, there's too many options now. Back then, that game was making stupid money. I know dude is still retired off of that. There ain't no way he's not.
No, we had some good eras of games. I think we did grow up in a good time for phone games. But then again, as I am getting older, I'm just realizing like I changed. So I don't play a phone game like I used to. But I could name you a couple individuals who I know my age who still do play phone games. But I also can name you individuals who have kids, and the kids are on their phone playing phone games. So I think we're just out of touch with that reality now.
Okay.
Cause even I thought Snapchat was kind of going away, but I don't think it's going away because like I know people who have younger siblings still in like middle high school and they still be on Snapchat. Whereas with me, I'm like, I hate Snapchat. Like, I don't really care about Snapchat. Like, I'm not really trying to have a streak with you. If somebody hit me up, like, let's start a new streak, I'd be like, dog, I'm not a kid. Like, I'm not in high school or nothing. I'm cooling.
Yeah.
But it still is a thing. So it just shows when you hit certain ages, you just get out of touch with reality a little bit more. And especially somebody like me. How many times, even in this short period, I haven't had social media going on 5 months. Even a few couple times, big things have happened. You be telling me, and I'm like, huh? When Fetty Wap got released from prison, I didn't know he got released from prison for like a week until I seen a week later his interview with The Breakfast Club. And I'm like, whoa, Fetty out? But that's how so many people is, bro. We get so used to and caught up in having social media and being on it dang near 24/7, at least once a day, if not more. So it's like when you take that away and you literally just living in your reality, that's what the goal was for me. I was like, I want to stop being distracted by other people's lives who I don't care about. And other people's lives who like I know personally, but it's just like, bro, I don't need to see what you eat every day. I don't care that you eating spaghetti for breakfast. You're eating steak for lunch, and then for dinner you're having breakfast. You did it backward. I don't care. So it just like when I took myself out that environment, I just realized like, whoa, like reality is just whatever you know, bro. And it's so much I don't know from the celebrity world and stuff, and it feels good, bro. I don't want to know. It don't do nothing for me, like at all. That's why whenever we make it, like, and people actually know us, it's gonna be so weird because a part of me is almost gonna be like, man, I want y'all to kind of go do something else. Like, I want every age to watch us, but I feel like only certain ages should really be watching us all the time. Like, if you a kid, this is your thing. If you an adult, you shouldn't be on YouTube all day, though. I feel like you gotta do something else. Like, you know, I don't know how I got on that rant, but I did. That was my rant. I'm so sorry you cannot respond, but maybe we will do a part 2 of your response next episode. But to conclude, you know, we need the quote of the week, man. We need some words to make us feel something. So let's see what you got for us, Z.
Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Make sure to like, comment, share with everybody you know, and subscribe.